In the last van vlogs, I took a break away from going to a cinema. I went to a Christmas market instead. Today, I am going to a cinema. I'm off to Riverport in Richmond to go and see Napoleon. Now, it's a Ridley Scott movie, and he's known for his excellent cinematography and his massive blockbuster films, but apparently this film hasn't always got the best of ratings, as of late anyway. So I'm going to go and be the informal film critic that I am for this channel and go and give it a watch. This is part of an area known as the Riverport part of Richmond. I believe there's a shopping complex nearby which I want to check out as well. I know there's a bowling alley, there's a hotel near the place, and apparently this cinema has 18 screens in it. That's at least what it said when I was booking online. There seem to be 18 screens within this cinema location, and it's part of a sub-brand of Cineplex called SilverCity. I didn't know that there was a SilverCity actually in Vancouver. I knew that there was one in Victoria, but I wasn't familiar with one in the Metro Vancouver area. I'm going to go there, see what it's like, have a wander around the area, maybe get a bit of food, and then I'll tell you what this film is like after I've watched it. You know the drill, how it is when I go and watch a film. Let's get there first. It's going to take about half an hour. I knew that I was in the right place when I saw the big IMAX sign all lit up over there. This is it, and it is absolutely blooming massive. Massive. There's a lot of lights on inside as well. Apparently there's a brewery nearby. There's an old spaghetti factory. There's a bowling alley. There's an aquatic centre according to that sign. There's a hotel, a Holiday Inn, and an ice centre for skating. I suppose even though there isn't snow around right now, it is hockey season. It's a little bit colder right now. I thought there would be a little bit more in this area. I can't lie to you. But it's not too bad, really. Riverport. It's a bit further out of Richmond than where I usually go. It's a bit further away from Richmond city centre. But it's quite plain and simple. It's going to have some bits about it. I'm just looking at the decorations on the roof. That looks like guessing a director with a megaphone. It looks like a Labrador puppy. To me, anyway. They got a huge, like, rock structure thing saying movies on it. I'm not sure if you can quite make it out. What's on the other side of it? Oh, they've got tons of arcade games, though. Look, judging by the look of it. It's one of the reasons why I come so early, by the way. If my brother's watching this and wonders why I come so early, it is to play on the games. Yeah, I'm 26 years old. Say what you want. It's a camera. I used to do that at university because I did broadcasting, right? I know what it's like to operate a studio camera. Yeah, not bad decor. The original escape room. Cineplex, where escape begins. I didn't know this. There's an extreme trampoline park and a laser tag as well. Am I too old for that? Yes, is the answer. Probably get arrested if I end up going in there. Same with Watermania. I think there'd be an investigation against me if I went in there as well. I think this is mainly for younger kids. The cinema isn't though, that's for all ages. There's a Subway here, Chunder. Hope they didn't hear me say that out loud. And around the corner there are a few other little bits as well. There's a kids play zone which I thought was connected to the cinema itself, but it's not. It's closed today. Get a few buses here which go into downtown Richmond. There's one that goes into Richmond Brighouse Station. That one pulling up is going to Bridgeport Station. The back of the cinema's here as well. So 2 entrances. There's also a brewery, which I think my dad would like to visit next time he comes back to Vancouver. I'll recommend it to him. We've also got the bowling alley, Lucky 9, and the old spaghetti factory next to it as well. There's quite a bit around here, but it's very simplistic, yet so, in a way, essential. This is only the second time in the whole video where I featured on camera. I usually have more of my face on it, but I didn't want to today, just, I don't know, filmed it as I pleased. This is the back entrance of this Cineplex. It doesn't have all the fancy stuff on it because the front entrance is what you want to grab people's attention, of course. But this is the back. You can get in either way. So that makes it quite unique. Usually with cineplexes, you can only get in one way, in and out. This one, you can get in through both. It might just be because of the size of the building, but it is very weird and unique in a way to have two entrances to a Cineplex location. Because usually the first thing that is in there is the ticket stand. I've stepped outside of the location itself so that I can actually talk about something a little bit more, and that I'm way out of earshot of the employees. It's a little bit confusing when you go inside of there because nothing's obvious as to where anything is. I couldn't tell where, for example, the outtake section was. I couldn't even see where the concession stand was. I assumed that there was no one working on it until I actually went around the other corner and there are 3 people just like standing there. There are a lot of like older people that work at this particular location. I've seen people who are like 65 plus working here. I've never really seen that at a Cineplex, to be honest with you. And even in the time when I worked there, there wasn't anybody over the age of 25 there. Cineplex is a company that does actually offer an equal employment opportunity for all ages, and that's one good thing about it. But I wasn't expecting it really, seeing it like that. In terms of the films that you can get inside of this Cineplex at Richmond Riverport, they do movies in Hindi, Cantonese and Chinese as well. That's probably just for the local community. It goes based on the local demographic. I've seen a few Chinese people in there already going to watch a film. I'm assuming that it's a go-to location for a lot of people here in this area. The Cineplexes usually have like a party room for young children. And, oh, some things are going on there on my camera. Yeah. Cineplex usually has the party room for small children. This one, it's like really tiny. And it just seems very, very quiet in there. I'm not sure if it's because of the day of the week, with it being a Wednesday, but it's very, very quiet and like it's not a lot going on really. There don't seem to be a lot of stuff around either. Usually you can't go in to the toilets unless you've had your ticket stamped. I was just able to walk right in without anyone stopping me. I'm not trying to sound like a Karen, I'm not trying to complain about it, I'm just saying what I'm seeing, and right now it feels a bit of a lifeless building. I did a quick walk around the area, and there's an apartment complex overlooking the water around the back of this cinema. I wouldn't exactly live there myself. It looks nice, but it's a bit far out from anything, if you ask me. It's the only real downside to it. If this area really wants to like attract more people to it, I think it needs to have like more shops and more little bits to do. That actually have a bit more of like an outdoor centre rather than just the family activities. Could again be down to a demographic of a lot of families living nearby. I don't know the area well, it's my first time ever coming here. It's not a lot to do really for people of my age. And yeah. It's mainly for the kids, this area. The cinemas for all ages though. That's the difference. You know what I've got to say about this place, right? I'll say this a little bit louder because there's no one in the auditorium. And I've deliberately come in here early so I can actually say this, because I don't really have that kind of inside voice sometimes. All the staff look like really down. They don't look happy at all. Most of the staff are not legally old enough to be wed or on the verge of dead. Even the management. And there's a security guard like patrolling around. There's at least one security guard. I think I saw another guy as well. There were like 2 security guards patrolling around. I've never seen that before. That's like weird to me. Is this place unsafe or something? I don't know. Not that. What's that's for really? I don't. Generally, it's meant to be quite a safe place. Okay, then, folks. This is my review of the cinema and the film. Let's start with the film. Feel like it dragged on for quite a bit, but there was a lot of stuff in it that was not really explained on a contextual basis. Contextually speaking, there were times where I was like having to Google some of the characters in that. I know Europe was a different time back then, but I didn't know some of the figures involved within the French Revolution, and even during the Napoleonic era of France. I didn't know some of those people either. What is actually quite funny is that the bloke who played Archie in the BBC children's series Balamory plays the Tsar of Russia in this, which I think is pretty weird. I was thinking to myself, I recognised the fella from my childhood, but I just couldn't think who it was. Joaquin Phoenix was quite the star of the show, really. Kept that monotone kind of character throughout the whole film. But the film's not really the thing that I want to talk about the most. The thing that really got me is how gormless most of the staff in this Cineplex actually kind of were. It just seemed like a very, I don't know, lifeless, for lack of a better term, place. It was lifeless. It wasn't very exciting or bustling in there. Everyone just seemed to pace around with nothing to do. It's another one of the Cineplexes ticked off my list, but I don't think I'll ever be going back, though. Yeah, shame, really. Had 19 screens. I said 18 as well. It had 19 screens. I don't think I want to go back. So, that's that one. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching this van vlog.